Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive.
hmm
Today, we're going to be delving into the secret of the seaside village, the Cliffside Villa.
Oh, wow.
And this is a story that one of our listeners sent in,
Okay.
and it is chock full of mystery and suspense.
I'm intrigued already.
So for our listeners, we're going to sort of set the stage for you. It's a crumbling villa teetering on this cliff edge, overlooking a stormy sea, and there are all these whispers of a family that is entwined with the supernatural.
It sounds like a classic setup for a gothic mystery, almost like Jane Eyre or Rebecca.
Yeah, I was getting that vibe too. And it all kind of starts out innocently enough with Lily, who is our protagonist.
hmm
She stumbles upon this legend of the Brandt family while doing research for a school project.
Oh, so it starts in the library.
Yeah, she goes to the library.
That's a classic trope, right? The library is a gateway to the past.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the librarian, Helen, sort of introduces her to this family and the unsettling rumors that surround them.
Right. So it's not just the books themselves, but the people who guard them, who hold the keys to these local legends.
And some of these rumors are really creepy. We've got Colin Brandt, who's the stern patriarch.
hmm
Then there's Annabelle, his beautiful wife, who's rumored to possess all these supernatural artifacts.
Ooh, intriguing.
They have children. And then there's this mysterious grandmother, Margot, who's known as the Witch of the Lighthouse.
Ooh, the Witch at the Lighthouse. I love it. It sounds like the author's tapping into that classic folklore, those larger-than-life tales that often spring up in isolated communities.
Yeah, and you can just imagine how stories like that would get passed down and embellished over generations.
Especially when you have those elements of the unknown, the sea, the storms, a remote lighthouse. It's a perfect breeding ground for chilling tales.
And then Lily and her friends, they decide to explore the grounds of the villa, right?
Of course they do. They're teenagers. What do you expect?
Yeah, exactly. And they stumble upon this stone plaque with a Latin inscription.
Uh-oh. Does it say something like, "Beware all ye who enter here"?
It says, clavis ad veritatem aperiat tantum dignus.
Oh, okay, that's a bit more cryptic. I love it. What does it translate to?
It means the key to the truth. It will open only to the worthy.
Wow. So it's not just about finding a physical key. It's about possessing certain qualities, certain virtues to unlock the secrets.
It almost feels like a test, right? Like they're being challenged to prove themselves worthy of the knowledge that's hidden there.
Right. And it begs the question, what makes someone worthy? Is it courage, integrity,
Exactly.
or something more profound?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like we're being invited to solve the puzzle along with the characters.
Exactly. And what happens next? Do they find the key?
Well, they dig beneath the plaque and find this metal box.
Okay.
And inside there's an old key.
Okay.
And then there's this fragmented message. Veritas familia custodiant.
Ooh, Latin again. That's awesome. What's it mean?
Truth family guardians.
All right, so we've got truth, family, and guardians.
Yeah.
These are like big thematic pillars that are starting to emerge.
Yeah. And then where do they go next?
Yeah.
The library. Right.
Of course. The library is always a good place to start when you're trying to solve a mystery.
And Helen, the librarian, she's like, oh, I've got something that might help you.
Does she lead them to some dusty old tome, a forgotten map, or something like that?
Well, she pulls out this diary.
Ooh, a diary?
Whose diary?
Agatha Brandt's diary.
Oh, the mysterious grandmother. Okay, now things are getting juicy. Diaries are gold mines for this kind of story, right?
Hmm?
They offer this intimate glimpse into a character's thoughts, their fears, their motivations.
Yeah, it's like you're peeking into their soul, their innermost secrets.
Exactly. And it's usually where the truth, or at least a version of it, comes out. People confess things in diaries that they wouldn't dare say out loud.
And her diary is full of these cryptic passages and strange references, particularly about the spirit of the rock and the family's connection to it.
The spirit of the rock, that sounds ominous, almost like the villa itself is imbued with some kind of supernatural presence.
Yeah, and it seems like she's really dropping a lot of clues, kind of guiding them further down this path. Okay, so we've got a mysterious inscription, an old key, a fragmented message, and now a cryptic diary. Where does this all lead them?
Well, these clues, they lead them to a trapdoor in the villa.
Uh-oh, trapdoors. I love trapdoors. They're always a good sign that things are about to get interesting.
And to open this trapdoor, they have to use a mirror and water.
What? A mirror and water. That's so cool. It sounds almost ritualistic, like they're performing some kind of ancient ceremony.
Yeah, it's definitely giving me those vibes.
So what's down there?
Well, they descend into the basement.
Oh, the basement. Another classic setting in Gothic literature. The basement represents the subconscious, the hidden depths, the secrets that lurk beneath the surface.
And it's creepy down there, like a forgotten world. They find a rusty cage, these books in an unknown language,
Ooh, spooky.
a bag with these strange sketches, and then this compass-like device that nobody knows what it's for.
Okay, so the basement is definitely living up to its reputation as a place of mystery and hidden secrets.
But it doesn't stop there. They keep exploring, and they eventually find themselves in this underground hall with 6 imposing pillars.
6 pillars.
Yeah, and each one is adorned with a unique symbol.
Okay.
And they have to solve a riddle to proceed to the next pillar.
It's like they're on a quest, facing trials that will ultimately lead them to the truth or some kind of treasure.
And while this is all happening back in the present, Helen's starting to worry.
Oh, right. The kids have been gone too long. I bet she's starting to think that maybe they've stumbled into something dangerous.
Yeah, and that's when she calls in some backup.
Backup, like the police.
Not exactly. She calls Anthony the lawyer and Alice the journalist.
Okay, so we're branching out now, expanding the circle of people involved in this mystery.
And they're all worried about the kids, and they start digging into Lily's research, trying to figure out what she might have uncovered.
And do they find anything helpful?
They do. They find this old map,
Okay.
and on it there's a message. Whoever crosses the gate of the soul shall find the glory of the Grant family, but also its price.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a warning, like a prophecy foreshadowing that the truth comes at a cost.
And this leads them to the villa, where they discover this hidden chamber filled with scientific and occult objects.
Scientific and occult. That's an interesting combination.
Yeah, it's all very mysterious. And then suddenly, the corridor collapses, forcing them deeper into the villa.
Oh, no. They're trapped.
And as we'll see in the next part of our deep dive, their journey takes them on an incredible adventure through time itself. So last we left off, everyone's trapped in this creepy villa.
Yeah, and it's about to get even creepier.
Because the kids, they're suddenly transported back in time to 1903.
1903, wow, that's a pretty significant jump.
It is. And, time travel, that's always a fascinating element in these kinds of stories.
It definitely adds a whole new layer of complexity. You've
Right.
got the historical context to consider, the challenges of adapting to a different time period.
Not to mention all the potential paradoxes and ripple effects.
Right. It makes you wonder if they can change the past without unintentionally altering the present.
And what about the adults? Are they just stuck in the present, wondering what happened?
Well, they eventually figure out what's going on.
Okay, so they know the kids are in the past, but how do they even begin to get them back?
That's the million-dollar question. And it turns out it's not going to be easy.
I bet not. So
Yeah.
what do they discover?
Well, they realize that the villa's door, it acts as a kind of mirror of time.
A mirror of time. What does that even mean?
It's like a portal, a gateway between eras. And to activate it, they have to recreate this ancient ritual.
Sounds complicated. And risky too, right? I mean, messing with time, that never ends well.
You're telling me one wrong move and they could create all sorts of unintended consequences.
So they've got to be really careful.
Yeah,
But they're also racing against time, literally, to get the kids back.
right, because who knows what dangers they might be facing in the past.
Okay, so they're trying to figure out this ritual and rescue the kids. Anything else we need to know?
Oh, just one little thing. They discover the existence of something called the Chronicle Star.
The Chronicle Star, what's that?
It's an artifact. It's capable of opening gates in time.
Whoa. So it's like a time travel device.
Pretty much. And it's incredibly powerful, potentially dangerous too.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
So who created this thing? And why?
That's part of the mystery. And as they delve deeper into the history of the villa and the Brandt family, they start to uncover some answers.
Okay, so we've got time travel, a mysterious artifact, and a race against time. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, just a minor complication. A secret organization known as the Time Hunters enters the picture.
Time hunters. Seriously, what do they want?
They're searching for the Chronicle Star, of course.
I should have guessed. So now it's not just our rescue mission, it's a battle against these time hunters.
Exactly. The stakes have just been raised even higher. And then there's another twist.
Another twist. Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat. What is it?
Remember Kara, the woman who helped them escape from the cabin?
Yeah, the mysterious one?
Well, it turns out she's not who she seems.
What do you mean?
Her real name is Matilda Grant, and she's the woman from the portrait.
Wait, the woman from the portrait that was painted over 100 years ago?
That's right. It seems she's found a way to travel through time. And she has her own reasons for helping them.
Okay, my mind is officially blown.
Hey.
This is getting really complicated.
I know, right? It's all about to come to a head. And to make matters even more intense, Matilda makes a decision that will change everything.
What does she do?
She decides to destroy the Chronicle Star.
Destroy it? Why would she do that?
She knows how dangerous it is, and she's willing to sacrifice everything to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands.
Wow, that's a huge decision. But
Yeah.
what happens to her? And what about the kids? Do they ever make it back to the present? Okay, so the kids are back in the present, safe and sound.
But not without a cost.
Yeah, Matilda, she's gone.
Vanished along with the Chronicle star, erased from existence.
It's like, it's a bittersweet victory, right?
Definitely. They're safe, but a part of their story, a part of their connection to the past is gone forever.
And I can't help but think, was it the right decision? To destroy the star, I mean,
It's a question that haunts them, I'm sure. Could they have found another way? Could they have protected the star without sacrificing Matilda?
it's like this heavy weight hanging over them, even though they're back home.
And yet, amidst the loss, there's this undeniable bond that's formed between them.
Right. They've been through something extraordinary together, something that nobody else can truly understand.
It's a shared history, a shared trauma that's woven them together in a way that nothing else could.
And they have each other, right?
Yeah.
To lean on, to share the burden, to remember.
And those memories, those experiences, they'll shape them, I think, in ways they can't even imagine yet.
Yeah, they've seen the power of time, the fragility of history, the consequences of choices.
They've faced the impossible and come out the other side forever changed.
But, there's also the practical side of things. How do they go back to their normal lives after all this?
It's got to be tough. Trying to explain the unexplainable.
Right. How do you tell your friends, your family, that you traveled through time, met a woman from the past, and helped save the world from a secret organization?
I mean, where do you even begin?
It's like they're living in two worlds now. The world of the everyday and the world of the extraordinary.
And finding a way to balance those two, to integrate those experiences into their lives, that's going to be the real challenge.
And what about the villa? What happens to it?
Well, they decide to open it to the public.
So it's not just this creepy, abandoned place anymore.
No, it's a museum now, a place where people can learn about the history of the Brandt family, about the mysteries of time, about the secrets that lie hidden beneath the surface.
It's like they're sharing their story, in a way, but without revealing all the details.
Right. It's a way to honor the past, to preserve the legacy, without putting anyone else at risk.
But I bet they still feel drawn to it, Like they have unfinished business there.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
There are still unanswered questions, mysteries that might never be fully solved.
And maybe that's okay. Maybe some secrets are meant to stay buried.
Perhaps. But the search for truth, the desire to understand, that's part of what makes us human.
And who knows? Maybe one day they'll uncover another clue, another piece of the puzzle.
Or maybe the villa itself will reveal its secrets to someone new, someone worthy of hearing its whispers.
That's a chilling thought.
Yeah.
But also kind of exciting, right? The idea that the story isn't over, that there's still more to discover.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of a good mystery. It leaves you wanting more, wondering what lies around the next corner, what secrets are waiting to be unearthed.
Well, that's it for our deep dive into the Cliffside Villa. What a journey it's been. Time travel, family secrets, secret societies, and a mysterious artifact. It's had it all.
It really has. And it's a story that makes you think about the past, the present, the choices we make, and the consequences that ripple through time.
And we want to thank our listener for sending in this incredible story.
It's been a pleasure to explore it with you.
So until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep those imaginations firing.
Because the world is full of mysteries, just waiting to be discovered.
And we'll be here to dive into them with you.